Yo, 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 what it do? It's your boy Obey who say, what's up? Records Layer Production, back at you with another tutorial. Today we gonna get into the step clip. Yo, using a console emulated plugin, and also should I use a compressor at my master channel when I'm at the beginning of my mix, and my limiter, should I have it on there? I'm gonna show you reasons why you can use it, and if you don't want to, you ain't got to. But if you are making music from scratch, it's probably best to do it. Start off with your limiter and compressor, like if you're making the beat and all that. If you're not making the beat, I wouldn't say you need to add it off the break. You wouldn't need to do that. But when you're creating it, if you're creating a beat, so even if I'm creating a beat, I'm gonna wanna have that my master compressor and limiter there, because I'm gonna want that feel of the song that I know my compressor gonna give me early in the mix, so I can know where I'm taking it to. So before we get into that, we're gonna go into what I'm doing with the step clip. So what I do with the step clip, first of all, delete all channels I'm not using on the track. So if you can see right here, they all renamed. I got 4 bass drums already loaded up. Pick the note it's gonna be on, and I stretch it out across. So basically got tons of kicks. You stretch it out. You're gonna be able to use. So basically, that's what I got, and then I could do the same thing for all my tracks. And they each only got what I'm using. So you see it say snare, so I only got snare on my step clip. I got no extra step clips. All of it is just what I'm using, so it's no confusion. Everything clean. So what I also got is, you'll notice each step clip is set to length is a quarter beat. So in a quarter beat, you're going to be able to put 3 notes in a quarter beat. 4 notes in a quarter beat. So what I did, you're going to get 4 of these to a bar. So what I did was, I did it like how FL Studio is. So it'll be the different colors. So I did each bar, each half, each quarter clip, I guess, basically in different colors. So I got blue and red. So you got the 4 notes. It's gonna make it easier for you with the 4 notes separated for a lot of reasons. For catching the tempo easier, and also it will make you be able to hold on. Also, it'll make you be able to, when you want to change this step clip to any other size real quick. So if I had a whole, say, 4 bars or 5 bars of one step clip, right? If I want to just put a fill in right here, I have to go cut the clip and do all that. But if I start off like this from scratch, and all my clips be this size for my drums, only for my drums. Now, what I'm doing with the step clips, I only do my drums like this. Might use a bass or something like this, but mainly only my drums. So what I'm gonna do is make these different ones, different colors, and they only a quarter of a bar with 4 notes in it. So like I say, it's more versatile. I can come here and say, all right, I want the beat length to be any one of these lengths just right now, and it's only gonna be in this space. So that make it so easy to, like I say, to do fills or just go alter anything in your beat. And then you can see I got it green right here. This basically is to let me know that that's 2 bars. So each green one on this kick track letting me know that that's 2 bars. So when I'm working, like sometimes I might just be glued to this. So with me glued to this, I can get lost just seeing red and blue, red and blue. So the green let me know that's another 2 bars. That's what that's for. Alright, so now I have all that down. So then what I would do is, when I'm getting my track started, go get where I think I want to take the flavor. Like, is I'm going to let this be clean and then add effects later, or do I want it to have a color as I'm working? So with that, what I'm saying is, like, do I want to go in with a console or go in dry? So if I'm gonna use any of these strip type plugins, like I'm using the strip bus, this like one of my favorite, y'all know. So it's because I got all the consoles right here, and then I will even change some. Like I might have my kick on a different console than the rest of them and stuff like that. Like do different things with them. So what I use this for is, like I say, the color. You can see right here, the X talk, basically cross talk, is on low. You could turn this off too, but I got it on low. So basically what that means, it's leaking out a little bit of audio into each track, if you can understand. So every place I have one of these that's on the same desk, because you got 8 desks. So I'm on desk 1 with this, so all these on the same desk, and they leaking a little audio in. So with that happening, what it do, you will notice that the tracks will be at the same dB, and you will still, they will be at the same dB, and you still will be getting loud, perceived loudness, more perceived loudness, and that's what you want. That's what you're looking for. So you know your dB is not going up, but things sound louder. That's always better. And so, like I say, if I ever use any one of these, so it go to my channel strip plugin, and any of these channel strip plugins, if I was to use any of them, except for the final mix and the master mix, I don't really never use them on all tracks. I never really use them on all tracks. They allow the CPU, so I will use them on all tracks. But the white channel, British channel, this channel strip, the stereo channel strip now, and the Mackie one, oh man, it's a beast. I put that on every track. I have no problem with doing that. The mono channel strip, I can put that on every track. Any one of these I put on every track, like I said, except for the final mix and the master mix. That's probably it. Any other one, if I pick it, except for probably in the bus or effect chain, I'm probably gonna use it on every track, because channel strips are really meant for that. Like, it's meant to color every track and it give it that, what they say, the glue, right? So here we go. I don't got no EQ on, compression on none of these tracks. No track, no nothing. All I did was set every track at -10. That's a drum track. Every SIF is at -18. So with that, that's what I got. And then I got a drum bus. I got a the same 2 compressors that I'm basically swapping to see which one I'm gonna keep on my drum bus, and I'm doing the same thing on my master fader. So here we go. We're going to display. Oh, also I gotta show you this. So in the pan law, so what I'm starting off with is the negative 4.5 dB center pan law. So you can switch it. If you don't know it, start off in linear. That means it's gonna be flat across, and everything else mean from the sides to the center is taking that much out. So it's taking out everything that's center is taking out negative 4.5 dB of the center. It's compensating for the sides of your track, of your edit. So if I move things to the left and right, it will not do nothing. But when you move things center, it will compensate for the left and the right, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's what that's doing. This the pan law. So why I'm using this at negative 4.5 is because that is the law set for the SSL console. This really doesn't really matter, but it do. At the same time, it's crazy. So you can come try this out at the end of your mix and see which one you want, you know. Or you can do it in the middle of your mix, whatever, and check. And you might say, oh, you want to do this. But remember, while you mixing, 9 times out of 10, you're going to still feel the mids and sides while you mixing. So just know that. But I like it when using any emulation of the SSL, because that's what the SSL was set to. And it do give you that natural like space to start off with. So like this, with these tracks running. So here we go. Alright, so this is basically what I got. Like I say, no track. Got EQ or compression turned on. So you turn it on here, turn on that compression there. None of them are turned on. I adding or taking away nothing. I'm gonna just show you of what console emulation plugins will just do naturally to a mix. And let me turn this limiter off too, even though it's really doing nothing. But I'm gonna turn it off too. I'm gonna turn the limiter off. Alright, so we're going to select all the strips. Alright, so now we got all the strip plugins. So we're going to disable them. Oh, hold on. I don't know how I still had that too. Alright, so now we're going to disable them. And you could just instantly hear where it went from there. And then if you think I'm playing, I'm going to show you. Look, watch this. We're going to lock this in. And then we're going to cut the strip back on. And we're going to see if we get, and how much volume increase we get. So alright, so we see we was at like -10, something like that, right? Alright, so we could just, so we can go to this track, because this is a single track, so we're going to use this one. Okay, now it's turned off, it's on, locked on. You can see the meter is not moving. There's really no volume increase, and I'm telling you, in dB, so you're getting no dB increase, but at the same time, as you can see, you can hear the perceived loudness is louder. Period. You know what I mean? And it's got to do with, like I say, two things. The SSL console emulation and the crosstalk. That's what the two things is them two things together. It's making it, like I told you, every track is leaking a little bit out down the strip, so it's evenly giving it out. So when it comes to the more tracks you get, everything is going to keep getting bigger and bigger in perceived loudness, if that make any sense to you. But that's what's happening. Alright, so already, this is, you just see, look, nothing going on, nothing happening, the mix is better. That's what you call the mix being better. Like, it's the same thing when you had a feeling of when you just go drop certain plugins on that you know got a color, and they add a color, and it feel like they probably only giving you like a half a dB to a dB a boost, and it sound like it's 3 dB a boost, or you know what I mean, it feel like it cleaned up a whole area, and you looking at it and you know it's only like a dB or a half a dB boost, but it feel like 2 or it feel like 3. That's good. That's always good. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to mix it, and that's why you like the plug-in with color. So when you use this, you cut it on and you see that instant color, and it's only helping the mix. That's a good plug. That's a good plug-in. That's what, you know what I mean, what you should be looking for. I mean, this is something that can't be fought against, because I doubt anybody is going to say that it didn't get better just from the plug-in. Here we go again. This with the plugins on, plugins off, and we can do the master fader. We can watch this. We can see the same thing. We can select all, plugins on, plugins off. See, so you see it's louder on the master fader, like we hearing, but track for track, you noticed it, you seen it, is no louder. But that's what it's about. But at the same time, we lunching because we watching it before the plug-in too, though. So I've already just wasted your time with all that, because we is watching it before the plug-in. So let's do it after the plug-in. I mean before the meter plug-in. So I just wasted your time with all that, but I promise you, what I'm telling you real. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go back to this one. It ain't gonna be more than a dB. Like I say, a dB is like what you're looking for. Alright, so it's at -15, -8. Still going -8.4, the same place that it hit at its peak. On there, it's still hitting at the same peak. -12, -10. So it's basically, it's hitting the same thing. -10. Alright, so we're getting like 11:34 this time. 11:34. That's the peak basically. So it's at 10:34. 8:05 at like a spike. And like I said, that's from probably the color, just spiking it at that one point at that crash. It keep doing it. But yeah, so basically it's only, the 8.4 is only happening for one hit. It's happening, and it's on the high. It's on the high frequencies, and it's basically just hitting around 10 dB, -10. So like I say, it's only about a dB more, and that's what you're looking for. That's like after all these summed together, and that crosstalk is coming out. But this is my sum. This is my drum bus. So and they all on the same one on desk one. So still was only 1 dB basically a gain. We're gonna say 3 dB altogether because it go to 804. But we can see that's only like one hit out of 8 bars. So we ain't gonna worry about that. But like I'm telling you, the color that it add is worth it. The color that it add is worth it. And then going into it the right way too. Like how you see and why I got it at the end. It's the last plug-in. So it's the last plug-in in my chain after the media and everything, because that's where I want it. I want it right there for a reason. Like I want to watch what's going, the way I'm going into this plug-in, because I like the boosting of this plug-in, turning up from this plug-in. Like if I'm gonna put a compressor or anything, I'm gonna go after this. I'm gonna go before this. Everything gonna go in front of this plug-in, because my ending of my mix and all that, I want to only have to touch this, my strip plugin. That's why I ain't even got nothing cut on yet or nothing. Because whatever other color I want to add to the track or whatever I want to do, I'm going to do around the strip plugins because I like what they do at the end when I'm down to the final of my mix stage. I like that. So now we're going to talk about the same thing. Should I have my compressor and limiter on while I'm mixing? And I'm going to show you. I say yes if you're making the beat and you start from scratch, and this is why. So I got the same thing going on here on my drum sub that I got going on at my master bus. I'm basically got my two compressors set up that I want to use between, and when I get to the point where I feel like I'm gonna pick one, I'm gonna go between these two. We're gonna cut one of them on, and we're gonna see what we got. Alright, so this the emulation of the Shadow Hill compressor, the stereo double compressor by SK Note, and I can't even speak enough about this compressor. Like, these two compressors became my two favorite compressors. I can pull these out for anything. Like, they are now my Swiss Army knives, like two Swiss Army knives. Whatever one I feel like in, both of them can give a different little color about themselves, both of them. But man, to achieve like anything that consists with compression, I feel I can do it with these two compressors. This one right here got two compressors both sides. Got an auto compressor right here, and they got a beat compressor here, a VCA compressor right here on both sides, dual. So I'm in dual mode right now. Then it sound good in any way you use it. Stereo. Then you got the color right here to change whatever, and you really hit the differences when you change them and all that. Then you can turn the side chain on and off. You can turn each compressor on and off. Man, pure beast, right? But the reason why I love it is because it's double compressor. And then when I pull it out, I be feeling like it really ain't worth using unless you could just hear the mid side difference. So like right there, I just figured out I don't want my mid side on right there on here. On one of the mid side mode right there. Just in dude. So, and it's so versatile. So like I said, I use this at any time, straight on a track, bussing, master bus, anything. Is I say, I don't even know. But like I say, when I really want to use it, I feel no reason to not go in dual mode or mid side mode. I gotta go in it. I gotta use both compressors. I gotta use both compressors at the same time. Like, it'd be a waste of my time to not use both of them. Like, so I want to use both of them. Like I'm rushing. Unless I'm rushing, I'll be in stereo mode. But if I ain't rushing, I gotta use both of them. So we seen the first one now. Let's check out the second one. All right. And this the distro. The disto, you know, basically the distressor by Imperial Labs, and also the Besso by Imperial Labs. They put both of them together. So this is the Never Beast, man. I'll just be talking all day if I just gotta go back and talking about this, but this one is stupid versatile too. Same thing, going stereo, dual, and mid-side mode. I feel this one right here, I don't be having no problem with not using both of them if I don't got to, because this one right here, this sound good on your day-to-day use all the time too. So as you can see, I got this one set to out of order. So we're gonna see where we at. Then we're gonna see which one I just picked for right now. So here we go. Alright, so you can hear off the break the stereo double compressor is basically working the highs a little better. Might just be a volume up thing, but it normally work the highs a little better anyway. So what we gonna do? We gonna just take this and you can see I've already got nothing coming in. There's nothing really going on here, so alright, that's what I want right there. So let's check it again. Alright, so the high is still a little high, so I'm gonna go see what else I can do in here to see if I can get closer to be like, alright, I can keep this though right here at this point. It's the how to tune knob. Just like add like, man, add like a different to your highs, and it just keeps spiking it, as you can see. Alright, so we're gonna give it another check, see how close I am. And this also my side, so pay attention to that too. So alright, so I need to go a little more. Alright, so I'm gonna put a little bit in off my mids too. Alright, now let's see how close we are. See, now I don't want the shadow hill. See what I'm saying? That's what you want to do to yourself. You want to leave yourself stuck like that. Like, man, which one do I want to use? That's what you want me. Alright, so they pretty close. I got them pretty close, man. And this was going to get you good, man. I promise you. You want to get good at learning your compressors and mixing. Pull both of them out at the same time. And use your ears and your knobs, though. Use your knob. Try to see if you can go with the same ratio and stuff that you got from each compressor. But sometimes that won't work. You know what I mean? So like you can see right now, I'm pretty close. See, this one gonna hit a little harder because I'm out of order. Let's go. See what I'm saying? Now it's like the stereo double compressor hit a little harder once I left the out of order mode and went to original. And then it's gonna get even more softer when I go to clean. So I'm in clean. They still jot close, but out of order just sound better to me. Alright, so I feel like for now I made my choice. Nothing really moving. Again, now this is basically my bus, my sub for my drums. You can see I'm basically not really moving yet. So I'm still at a point, I'm still got the point where I'm gonna go in and be able to dive in on my compressor and do what I want to do, and I'm still going to dive in both of them, so that's why I'm going to leave both of them right here. You know what I mean? I ain't no EQ, I ain't do nothing, you know what I mean? But I want to still, this sound that I feel right now and the way that it feel, I want this feeling throughout the whole track. I don't want to lose it, I only want to make it better. I don't want to lose it, I only want to make it better. So if you starting off at a point, you know where you hit it. So now, like I said, I had that set, so then I will go to my compressor on my master bus, a master fader rather. So now we're gonna do the same thing. Oh, I cut both of them on, but you will notice because they real light on the settings for right now, I will be able to use both of them at one time if I want. All right, so the same thing. So I'm in dual mode. See, soon as I switch out the mid and side, you can see I still can turn up from here though if I want and match it. But just remember, when you're going out of mid, side, and stereo and dual, your volume matches are not going to be the same because it's spread it out. You know what I mean? It's basically doing the same thing like what I'm telling you with the parallel. It's not doing it. It ain't compensating for the difference with the plugin. So that's what's happening. That's why it's getting spread it out like that when you go to mid side. See, same thing again. I think I'm gonna step out of mid side mode for y'all right now in the tutorial because it sounds better to me right now, but it might be loud. So let's check the other plugin and see. Alright, it's a little louder, but it's the same problem again. Alright, so you gotta remember when you mess with that, I gotta check here because you can be going too wide. I can hear it though, but I'm saying you gonna need to check that right there when you're playing with anything on your sides. So we're gonna check it. Alright, so now remember, we still only ain't clean, so let's go out of order. See what we got. See, at first you probably be like, oh man, the STC grade went it out, but one quick click of a button, dock sound good. Getting in the dock sound good. And then I already see it. Another issue that I don't like right there. Oh, I need to come up off that. I don't even want to touch it. I don't even want to see that one right there blinking. You know what I mean? See, you can hear this one working harder. You know what I mean? But you can see where it's at now already. So it's no volume difference. It just get a beat, a different feel. And that's what you want to do with your compressor. Thanks. Alright, so you clearly can see it in the spectrum that it's clearly tightening it up. See how loose it is. But I'm in mid and side. I went back to mid and side. I left the stereo, but I just went back to mid and side so I can control that better. As you can see, they gentle enough that I can play both of them together too. See? So basically, I got what I'm looking for right now. So I basically got what I want. I got my darker version and my lighter version in my head. So this is what I'm gonna check at the end. So I'm gonna work in the brighter version, and at the end I'm gonna go check after I'm mixing and see, do I want to keep the brighter version or the darker version and start working in the darker version or make it brighter. So this is gonna keep you true to your mixing easier by knowing that one is totally different from the other. So I'm handling one of them totally different than the other. So that's good for when I want to check my mix at the end. So, but I got these two options already set, and I'm gonna start off in one. So I'm gonna start in this one, and I'm gonna cut my lemon on. Ain't doing nothing. It's just there, right? And that's all I'm gonna do. Bam, my lemon is sitting there. It's ready. I'm gonna get -6 dB, the most, a gain reduction out of it. This to see where it's at now, but I'm gonna take it back. Alright, so like I say, once I'm satisfied, I'm gonna go work in the mix, man. Now I'm into adding more tracks. I only got 2 SIF tracks on here. Add more tracks. move things around, placement of the tracks, then go into my mix down, add auxes, automation and all that. Then I get into all that. But I'm gonna start off, like I say, once I pick a channel strip plugin, I'm gonna commit to it. And I'm gonna use that throughout all the tracks. Even if I do nothing with it, even if I just use it for the signal flow. Once I use a channel strip, I'm gonna run it on every track. I don't just pull them out and use it once. I might not use it inside of an aux or on a bus. I might use a different strip, but I'm going to use one if I'm using it in the edit. So that's just it for that. Well, man, that basically was it, man. I'm signing off. It's your boy Obey who say, "What's up, Records Lead Productions." Make sure you get over to leadproductions.com. Sign up, get your downloads, man. Free VST presets, templates, samples, all that, man. Get over there, sign up, like, subscribe. It's your boy Obey who say, and I'm out. Peace.